still it is counting. So it's a very proud moment for HRF as well as in the IPS academic also, right? And I also early thanks to Aftab sir and Rohit sir to this in taking this kind of a initiative and all. So that's our session is probably for the 1 hour 30 minutes of the time, and that me and my fellow colleague Mr. Devendra Parmar, then we both of are taking your session. And as you know, it is related with robotics, right? So we will discuss more about for the robotics also. And as I have also some information that you attend that one of the session which was also related with the robotics, right? But it was, I think so, basic things, kind of things. So today that we are going to discuss with the robotics as well as what is the robots, what is the this in actual robots are available in the market. Then we are also, that is the name of that in today's session, that build your first robot. Obviously, through that in virtual it is little bit of difficult, but we're guiding to you to how to build the particular robot, right? And the third step, that what is that in a industrial scenario that's in present situation. So I just share my screen and let's beginning of the session. Okay, so I hope so my screen is visible to all, and just off my all the.
Yes, it is visible.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Okay, so very good morning. So it's today that we are going to discuss with another thing robotics and build your first robot. So first of all, I'll be giving that in my introduction. So basically, I'm the professor in one of the engineering college in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. That is in a probably for the mechanical side. I just request to host. Can you please mute the participant? Don't allow them to unmute.
Already muted.
Okay. Some noise. Okay, so I'm the faculty of one of the engineering college that is in a Silver Rock University in Ahmedabad. I'm also NDT level 2 inspector for the non-destructive testing. I'm the startup mentor in a Gujarat chapter, as well as since last 5 of the year, I'm working as a technical advisor in a Happiness Reserve Foundation, that is in our NGO. I'm also working in one of the very good international competitions for the Robotics India. I'm certified with the international certified with the coach and the trainer of the robotics. I'm also the competition head in the WSRO, that is a full form for the World STEM Robotics and Olympiad. And I also give that in my fellow colleague introduction is Mr. Devendra Parmar. He's a manager in one of the 3D printing industries. He's also a technical advisor in HRF, Happiness Reserve Foundation. He also startup mentor with the Gujarat chapter, and he's also competition head in WSRO. And we both of are international certified coach for that in a robotics point of view. And that might be possible if this session is maybe in after the 1 month that we are founder of Infinix Techno Lab also, right? So this is for that our brief introduction. Let me start with the session. So today that we are going to discuss with this many things. So in the first portion that we'll be going to discuss that what is robot. Then we'll going to discuss with what is the importance of the robot, which is related with the industries. The third program step, that is the assembly and the building of your particular robots. The fourth one is what is the scope of robotics in especially for the Indian industries. And the fifth one is the Indian job perspective of the robotics, as well as we are keeping that in artificial intelligence in 2023, right? So this is what that our today program content. So this program is divided in the three different parts. So in the first 20-30 minutes that I'll be taking to your session, then another 20-30 minutes that Devendra sir is taking the session, and the last 20-30 minutes that I'll be again taking the session, right? So, and meanwhile, if you have any question that you can just listing out that particular question, and after that in the last 10 minutes that we are taking as a question answer round. So meanwhile that you can discuss with us, and as well as that we are sending you that one open Dropbox kind of things, so where you can just place your questions and we'll be giving the answer within a 24 hours. Right. So let's starting off with good things which is called the robot. So this in whenever the robots is coming in the mind, so at that time only one of the things is coming the mind. That's robots. That is like a one very good South movie that is in Robo, right? And till the now that we are familiar with the robots is only and only in the movie, and especially that's one of the very good movie for another Rajinikanth. But that's in there are so many pros and cons and some of the things which is related with the robots, and we don't know of that particular stuff, and that is one of the reason that we have to conducting this kind of a seminar and the webinar. Second thing, that in whatever you are particular study that's in right now, whenever you coming in the market, you have to be dealing with this kind of a technology. And I think so right now the audience is a mix that's in MCA, MSc, and I think so some 12th science students also, right? So this is what the that's in one thing, and this is what the biggest problem for the academic is that we are always face the problem that whatever that you are learned that, so measure of the things it is not such a use in industries. That is what the big problem. So that's why we are taking such kind of initiative, and through this webinar that you might getting the idea what is this field, right, and what is the scope of this particular robotics field. So that is what the one of the reasons that we are taking this kind of a session. So in the one sentence, so what is the robot? So according to Feynman, I'll be defining this term that a robot is S, P, and A. So S it is called the sense, P it is called the plan, and A it is called the act, right? So in the one single sentence, if I'm defining this term for the robot, so robot can sense, robot can plan, and robot can act. And this is what that our today's session is dividing in the three different parts. First one for the sensing, second for the planning, and the third for the running on the track, right? And this is what the perfect thing. So you can say like any of the product which can sense that, you can just putting the so how you can doing that particular sense. Obviously we need some of the sensors, and the sensor we are fitting in some of the PCB circuit, and through we can sense that, right? So that is one of the option. Second thing, the plan. So plan is just like that where your robot should be run for, right? So based on that you can just do the, but the thing is that whenever you are doing the plan at the time, it's much needed for the memory, right? Say for example like human, that we people are doing some of the plan, but at the same time where we are doing that in plan, so obviously in our brain. So robot is also having a one brain that is called the PCB circuit, and this is understanding the language, and that language is in some coding language kind of things is related with the Arduino, which is related with the graphical coding, which is Raspberry Pi. Then some other language is can understand C plus Java, Python, and other, right? So this is for the plan. And now the third step for acting point of view, that means robotic. So whatever the sensor that you are placed, you are supposed to do, to the base of that it will be a act, right? So we can say that in a one sentence that robot can act on a particular track. So robot is just not like that on a road that they can just start to the same act kind of things. No, that you must have to put that in such kind of a track, and to the base of that particular track that your robot can run that, right? So this is for the very basic definitions of the robot. Now coming up the second part, that will be what can robot. We are having so many things. Some of the things that we are till now that only for the imagination portion, right? They are ऐसा कुछ होता होगा,
No,
गेम
sir.
करता होगा या बहुत
Sir,
माने
no,
humanoid
sir.
robot. But
Sorry
no.
to interrupt you.
Yes.
Sir, your voice is not clear.
Okay. Now I'm audible.
Yeah, it's audible, but it's very disturbing in between you.
Okay. 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 Fine. Yes. Now I hope so. It is more clear. So now that's in the upcoming slides that we are going to discuss with what can robots do. So basically, they got that in a robotics arm, and everybody might this and familiar with this one of the movie that is Spider-Man. So in the Spider-Man that and we are observed this one of the anime, and that will be this in kind of things like octopus, right? it is using for that in a robotics arm, and he's working. There is a one small chip is that, and that chip is locating inside of the particular brain, and to the base of that particular brain, that it will be a working kind of thing. So this is for that in a robotics arm, which is very much useful in the industry. So this is for the imagination we observe in the this in Hollywood movie and all. But in the actual also, that NASA is developed that in a robotics arm, and which will be using a space application, which will be using in exploring some of the area. That is a few of the stuff which is related with the robotics arm. This is the one thing. And then other things, so what the robot do. So robots it's also right. So whenever the packaging industries is that, so in the packaging industries, the robots are using very highly, right? So this is for the packaging industries. Obviously, there's some of the packaging like a Samrat and the Lays and all kind of stuff. So where the robot is supposed to use that, and this is what in one robot, that is a Fanuc controlling robot. Fanuc is developing such kind of a robots which will be using in the packaging industry. So robot can work in the factory also. The another things that the robot's point of view, that will be a draw the portraits. This is what the one biggest challenging time of our secondary and higher secondary study, that every time we might face the problem that just in drawing it is very difficult, right? Major of them are in facing is sketchbook through your neighbor, otherwise your some friend, such kind of things, right? So this is such kind of a robot which will be developed by the KUKA robots, and that will be draw that in particular portraits. So this is that also for robotics point of view. Now in the second portion, that how would you use this particular robot, means ये robot कहाँ पे use होता है, or which type of robot is available in the present. So that will be discussed for upcoming 5-10 minutes. So basically the first thing that is the humanoid robot. So
No, sir.
basically
Sorry
the
to interrupt you
humanoid
again.
robot. Yes.
Sir, your voice is not at all clear. It's very disturbing.
Hello. Uh, is it more clear? Yeah, you require that in more. Can someone give me a that? Is it okay? Am I audible? Aftab sir, am I audible? Okay, fine. Okay, we are going to discuss with one of the robot, is a humanoid robot. This is that one of the robot which is called Soya robot, and she is having a citizenship for the UAE, right? So this kind of a robot is also available. At the same time, the Honda model. So the robot is really humanoid kind of things, right? Right now that in is my screen is visible to all.
So your screen is visible, but you are not audible. Voice is not at all audible.
I just request to Devendra sir, can you please share your screen and starting of that particular session now. I just resolving that my problem very soon. So I just request to Devendra sir.
Yeah, sure, sir. So, good morning, all of you.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. Whose notification is, whose annotation is on? So, I think now everyone visible. Okay.
Yes, sir, your screen is visible to us.
Yeah. So, as Dhruv sir said, the basic thing, robot can sense, plan, and act. So, when you are defining a one particular robot, you need to take care of these three things. One is sense, second one is planning, and third one is act. So, sense always comes with the different sensors. Hello.
Someone is doing some of the
Yeah.
lining with that. Devendra sir, right hand side, upper side, that you can just disable to all the participants. And if I'm audible, I'll be go further.
You are audible, but actually I am not the host, so I cannot disable it.
You just stop your screen. I'll be start again.
Nikita madam,
Ji, sir.
Dhruv sir is studying.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yeah, after
Yes, sir.
for right now. Yes. Okay. Okay. Fine. Fine. Okay. So. Okay. Thinking about human robot. So this is for the humanoid robots. Now the second for there are such kind of a robot which will be helpful to you for help at home. So this is that is one of the robot that will be developed by the Honda Motors. So it is actually work for that in home applications point of view. The some other kind of a robots for the sport activity point of view. So there are some of the robot which can play with the ping pong kind of a games, right? So this is that in one of the robot which will be just in actively work to play with the ping pong, and it is developed by the this in Honda company, as well as it will be developed by the KUKA Robotics also, right? So this is that in another robot. The second thing, there are some of the robot which will be working for that exploring the space. So this is for the space applications of the robot, and NASA is develop very nice such kind of robots, and is already did the trial in the space. So these are that in some of the robot which will be exploring the space. On the other hand, this in whenever we are talking of the space point of view, so we cannot be ignored that in a this in solar and all. So these are that in a such kind of others robot which will be in soul like a bird. So this is for that in a robot which is named for the Pesto robot. So Pesto robot is actually work with the this in spying of that, and as well as it will be fly on the sky, and that it will be measuring such kind of activities which will be run under the hood of this in some other area and the border applications also. as well as this in exploring space. After that sky, we cannot be ignore the water pollutions level, right? So there are some of the robots that will be developed by HHHU University, which is developed that in a such kind of a robots which will be monitoring the pollutions, right? So this is that in a one of the robot which will be using to monitoring the pollution kind of things, and who in monitoring the how much amount of the impurities should be present. Even though they can monitoring the pH value also, they can manage they can mentoring such kind of a things which will be helpful to you to develop this in the like Ganga river, right? So it is a very big problem. So how much amount of the impurities would be present inside of the water, that will be also monitoring this kind of a robots, right? So it is developed by the some of the university, as well as there are some of the other robots will be developed by the Harvard University, and this is for the spy robot. What is a very in nano kind of is that, and that will be locating on your search buttons otherwise somewhere around, and it will be spying in the this in recording such kind of activities which will be present in somewhere otherwise in some of the other countries also, right? So this robot is very much useful in the defense industries, as well as this, and the main thing is that it is development by the one faculty in Harvard University, developing by the this robot and all. I'm telling you medical science point. For the biomedical science, that is a robot that is developed, and robot is the nanobots. So that's in right now, that's in this COVID condition that we all are more to get some other some robot will be really for the nanobots. And in any of the medicine that you have to be injecting in your particular body, so through that you can just in body levels, and as well as your this in some of the for hearts also, right? So that is property, any of them should be a blackish, otherwise for the so for that point of view, this robot is using for that robot applications point of view, as well as some other robots that will be actively work for the defense sector. So I know this in defensing science point of view, there are some of the robot is right now is developed for that, and DRDO is planning for more than 1,000 of the crore to giving that in a such kind of development in a field of robots. Now in the next thing that we'll be going to discuss with the assembly, meet how to make that in particular robot, and which are the hardware that you are supposed to require to making that in a robot. So now I request to Ravindra sir to please explain the assembly part of the robots.
Thanks, Dhruv sir. So hello everyone. So as explained by Dhruv sir in the starting, there is three things that any robot can do. That is sense, second one is plan, and third thing is act. So it's sense, plan, and act. So for sense, it's the first thing. So based on the sense, there are number of sensors which are available in a market, so which can act as a sense part. Okay. So for example, as you can see on the screen, there are ultrasonic sensors, light sensors, then sound sensors. There are and other temperature sensors, flow control sensors. There are n number of sensors you can find in the market which can act for the first portion, which is sense. Then the second portion is planning. So plan means you need to feed something into the brain of the robot. So that is a coding part. So that it can be a graphical coding, it can be a basic Arduino coding, it can be a Python based coding, or it can be any other language based coding, or also you can develop your own language coding and the processor for the robots. So that is the second part, that is the planning portion that that will work, that is called as coding. And the third one, that is acting. So if sensor sends something based on your coding, it should do some work. So that can be done with the use of different servo motors, different mechanisms, different wheels, and there are n number of actuators are available, hydraulic actuators, pneumatic actuators. So that is for the act portion. So if you are defining a robot as a human body, so in our body there are different senses like touch, smell, we can see. So these are the senses. Then second, we need a particular brain to operate all this actuating. So to move our hands, to move our legs, to move our head and everything. So that commands are coming from your brain. So that is a coding portion. And then you need a one particular chassis, that is a skeleton. So each and every robot must have a chassis. It can be a metallic chassis, it can be a plastic based chassis. It totally depends on you based on your application. And then every human needs a food. The food is a energy portion. So each and every robot having a kinetic energy or a chemical energy in terms of batteries. So you can have the different kind of lithium ion lipo batteries and many other batteries as well to operate the run the robots. So you need to charge the robot periodically. So now we are starting from the basic. So in engineering, the Arduino is the most favorite board for the students. So Arduino board is a basic board which can accommodate number of sensors are available in the market, and these are the starting level sensors. These are not the industrial level sensors, but you can start with these sensors. So you can see the number of sensors. You can see on your screen the ultrasonic sensor, the line following light detector, humidity, pH measuring, then gas sensors. So based on your different applications, there are n number of sensors. So always remember that in robot, always three things are there. First is sensing with the use of sensors. Second thing is plan with the use of coding. The coding can be a graphical coding can be a Arduino based coding, or coding can be any other language based coding. Then third thing, you need to do some work. So that is based on your actuators. So actuators can be a motor, it can be a wheels, it can be a different mechanisms, it can be a gear, it can be an end effector, it can be a gripper. So the three things relate with the robots like this. So today we are going to discuss one basic robot, that is a QU-Bot, which is a very basic, quickly programmable robot, which can follow the line, which can avoid the obstacle, which can run the specific distance by calculating the number of RPMs of the wheels. So how to assemble it and how to run it. So Dhruv sir, next slide please. Yeah. So there are a number of basic parts are there in the QU-Bot. You can see on the screen there is a one main chassis and a board. It's a combination of chassis and board. So on that particular board, you can see the number of sensors, number of components are there. Then you need a programmable cable. If you want to operate with the remote, then there is a remote. There is a different motors, wheels, LCD screen to see what is your command is doing and everything, and charging and battery. So now today I will say it's a basic robot. So how to assemble it? So first, there are a number of mechanical parts: caster wheel, motor clamps, cable ties, and different screws and nuts that will be used to hold the motors and the caster wheels at the front side to run the robot. So now the first step, you need to insert the screws like this as seen in figure at the bottom, and then so always make sure there will be a plastic spacer, so it will avoid the short circuit between your PCBs, because in this robot your chassis is your PCB. So please make sure that. So many times it can short circuit the particular your routings if it damages. Then steps 2, you need to insert these 3 screws like this. There your caster will be inserted like this, and then you need to tighten the 3 holes, and you need to tighten the nuts when you are passing the screws from this particular 3 holes, as you can see on the screen. Now it's time for the battery. So with the cable tie, you need to insert the batteries. There are 6 holes will be there. So you need to place your battery, and with the use of cable tie, you need to tie up the batteries. And then there is a battery plug will be there. So you need to plug the batteries into the board. So now you need to install your motors, which is act as an actuator for your robot. So you need to install the C clamp with the use of 2 screws and nuts at the given location, as you can see in the screen. So now your caster wheel will be sit at the bottom side. You can see just aside a caster wheel, there is a 3 sensors which will act as a line following sensors. So you can use any 1 sensor or any 2 sensors or any 3 sensors. So if I am programming, so I will do the first and the third sensor will avoid the line, and the center one sensor will follow the line. That is totally based on your imagination, based on your algorithm, and based on your coding, how you are going to deal with that. So now in the next step, you need to take your simple bow motors. You need to insert the motors like this. So when you need to insert the 2 screws from the motors, and you need to attach your motor at the C clamp which you have installed in the previous step. So it will look like this. So you need to tighten the screws. So you need to install these 2 basic motors like this. So the shaft will be comes in outside. So now in the shaft, you need to insert the bow wheels with the use of one particular screw. So it will fix the wheels perfectly. And also you can see the number of holes on the screws. So at that portion, we are having a one particular sensor which is counting the passing of the number of holes. And based on that, you can program the robots how many centimeters it can go forward, backward. And at the last, after the assembly, you need to program the robots. So with the use of simple or regular USB cable, you need to program the robot. So you need to connect your robot with the your computer. So in the computer, for this particular robot, you need to use the graphical coding, as it's a basic level robotics kit. So you can do the graphical coding. In the next slide, Dhruv sir will explain the basics of graphical coding. So before that, just we are having a number of parts identification. So you can see the 24 number, 22 number, 21 number, 10 number, 9 numbers are the sensors. These are the sensors which is available directly on the board. And at the bottom, you are having a 3 sensors. So total, you are having a 8 sensors in this particular board. So these are the sensors. So based on your own algorithm, based on your thinking, based on your different application, you can use the sensors. So for the front sensors means the sensor number 24, sensor number 22, and the sensor number 21 are mostly used for the obstacle avoiding or your hand following gestures. So you can program these 3 sensors so that can avoid the obstacle, or it can follow the particular obstacle or your hand. Then at the back side, the number 9 and number 10, these are the 2 sensors which is used to count the rotation of the wheels. So previously, as I said, there are number of slots given on your wheel. So that sensor will count the number of slots, and based on that, you can program how many distance robot can go forward, backward, after how many steps it can rotate left, right. It's totally based on that. And at the bottom of the robot, there are 3 sensors, as we discussed in the previous slide. That 3 sensors are particularly used for the line following of the that particular application. Also, we are having a one buzzer, that is a 4 number, and a one sensor, that is a 3 number. So we can also do a sunrise alarm kind of basic program. So this is the basic kit, so which is new to robotics, and who wants to do or build his first robot. So it's a basic kit, and it's a very useful kit to the child or a student who doesn't know anything about the robotics and just want to start with the robotics. So today's our workshop's title is Build Your First Robot. So this is the this can be your first robot while you are going to build your particular robot. You can see 20 number and 19 numbers, you are having a different 4 switches. So you can define a different code to the different switch. So if you are pressing a first switch, then it will, if I am installing a line following code into first slot, then if you are pressing the first switch, it can run the line following code in the second switch. So you can define the different 4 functions with the use of this switch, and based on that you can run your robot. So this is the basic thing. So now the next portion, Dhruv sir can explain, that is a basic programming for the QBot. QBot is using the graphical language. So the first portion, that is a sense. We have discussed the sensing portion and the different actuator portion. So now the second portion, that is a planning portion, that is based on the graphical coding. Dhruv sir.
Okay, and yeah, I extremely sorry actually due to some the same weather problem, some problem for the bandwidth point of view. But yes, here I'm going to giving you the demo that how this program that you can just run that. So this is that in one of the software. The name of this software, it is called the QBot. It's a visual software is that. And here, if you are observing the screen for the left hand side, there are some of the components and the variables are there. And look at that this particular variables, like first one, it is variable, then it is mentioned for the delay, then it is mentioned for the variable operator, then counter, buzzer, led, lcd, motor, and some of the uartt, right? And over these all the variables that you can run by the giving of some of the conditions, and that conditions like if else with motor, if else with your sensors, and some of the switch. So say for example, if I want to run the program for the line following, I just open my program. So now you just observe that. So I just go on the open. Here some of the demo program that I already made that by the using of this QBot programming. And I choose, look at that this different types of the program like alarm, sunrising alarm, doorbell using, obstacle avoider, wall hugger, single sensor line follower, sensor line follower, distance measure, edge avoider, hand follower, line follower, and IR remote control. So say for example, if I choose the one of the things like single sensor line follower and open. So this is my program is ready. Now first step, it is a start. So start, whenever you are doing the start, first of all, they are just try to making for his home condition. So look at that, it is mentioned like clear screen, yes, home screen, XY, and output point that you have to be for the switch 1. And as in Devendra sir is mentioned, there are some of the 4 switches, this 20 and 90 number. So over here, that is a switch 1, switch 2, switch 3, and the switch 4. So you can choose that in one of the switch that is called the switch 1, like this one, 20 number. And it will be making for the 0, 0 condition. It is come for that home positions. Then you can set some of the conditions like this one, while condition, end while condition, LCD condition, and the delay period. Say for example, like delay period, that means that okay, whenever you are pressing the switch 1, at that time, within a 1 second, your robot and your sensor should be act for that. And if I want to delay that more second, that I just click on this delay period, coming on the time value, I just set the 5 seconds. And then it is done, this 5 seconds. Then the another portion that is come for the motor. So motor is helpful to you to making increase or decreasing your speed. But as it is mentioned that there are 2 type of a motor over here. That's one is the left hand side, another for right hand side. After the motor, that's the wheel should be just in making that in rotating one is particular axis, and that axis is nothing but that particular motor. So that we are using QBot if you are observing this image left and the right. So this is for the left motor. So I want to increase the speed of this. I go for the left motor, going on the speed 10. Here it is already pre-mentioned. That means that whatever the capacity of the motor is that, I'll be putting that kind of thing. So say for example, if I am keeping that in a height, and then it will be done. So my speed is 8, right? Then in the bottom center's point of view, that whatever the sensors means, as you know that in this particular QBot, there are more than 10 sensors is that, right? So which are the sensors that you have to be active that you can supposed to set by the using of this particular coding. As well as the same thing should be repeat to left hand portion, similarly for the right motors. So right motors again, if I want to increasing the speed, so I just click over here and 8, so I'm increasing the speed. And where this this in this coding is helpful to you whenever you have to be running for your robot on such particular track, because as the name of this particular coding, it is called the line following robot. So line following robot, that means that the sensor is follow the line, right? Now whenever the sensor is follow the line, so it is depend on which are the line, that means that colors matters a lot, right? So basically this kit is development by the black color. So wherever your black color lining is that my robot sensor is follow those black color line, and my robot can run that, right? So this is for the right motor point of view and the left motor point of view. At the same time I can that's in delay my motor speed also, and that is mentioned over here like a delay period. So if I have to increasing or decreasing this delay period, look at that, its unit, it is a millisecond, right? So I can that's in increase or decrease. Say for example, like if I want to do the 30, then I do the 30 and it will be coming over for the delaying this 30, right? As well as the motor, left motor speed 10 and the right motor speed, this is where it is using. So whenever your robot is turning out, it's taking the turn for the whether for the left hand side and whether for the right hand side, at that time you must have to require that to controlling the one speed. So say for example, if it is moving for the left hand side, so you must have to controlling your right hand side portion, and if it will be a right hand side, then you must have to controlling the left hand side portion. So that's why if it is mentioned over here like left motor forward the speed is 10, so at that time the right motor speed is the 0, right? So this is for the motor. And the finally that I'm using the end while conditions, and end while condition I'll be giving that in an end infinity loop, and then I'll be coming over here to do the program, and then it will be done that. Right now I'm not attached the QU bot, but once I'm attaching the QU bot, at that time this entire program should be loaded in that particular QU bot, right? So this is for how easy for the graphical coding. So this is for the very beginner level. At that time that's in right now there are so many converter is that, and it is very easy. Now whatever the coding that I mention on that particular screen, there are some converter that graphical coding should be transferred in the Arduino coding, right? So basically this is very much easy. You can just take the in some of the variables, that particular variables, and then you can just load this particular program in your PCB circuit, and then your robot is run, right? So this is for the coding point of view. Now I just request to Devendra sir to explaining that one of the advanced robot that will be used for this COVID pandemic conditions. So over to you, Devendra sir.
Yeah, Dhruv sir, thanks. So as we know nowadays, COVID and Corona is everywhere, right everyone? So in many countries, even in India, there are lots of robot manufacturing companies are building up at different Corona robots for this particular pandemic. Okay, so you can see on the screen there is one robot that is called as AmiBot. It's made by a Ubitech company. So it is having a different applications. So first application, it can run automatically in your particular indoor path. So first you need to define your path, and based on that path, it will run automatically. And the main thing this robot is doing, it is monitoring, inspecting the particular Corona ward. So it has a camera. You can see at the top of there is a 2 eye kind of things. One eye is having a camera, and second eye is having a temperature sensor. So it can sense the temperature of the persons which comes front of that particular robot. So that head is 360 degree rotating head. So it can rotate the 360 degree. Okay. Then there is a one particular voice assistance. So anyone can talk with the robot. So it's a two-way communication. You can voice control the robots with the use of this particular voice command microphones, and you can see the things on this particular LCD screen. Second thing, at the sides, you can see the number of holes. So that can spray the disinfectants to the different surfaces. At the bottom, you can see the different 4 wheels. So that will runs the robots, and just above that, you can see the one rounded circle, and it is having some slots. So the 360 degree, it is having a different distance measuring sensors. So with the use of that particular sensors, it runs in a particular areas in autonomous ways. So this is a one kind of robots which is used in a particular thing. Now you can see the upgraded model of the same brand, that is a ME bot, but you can see they have removed the head with the simple one head, and same thing, it is having a one camera and one the temperature sensors. So in that this is look like a one particular special kind of toy. Okay, so at the sides you can see the sanitizer bottles are degree. So it's a circular design, so it can rotate 360 degree, so it can spread the sanitizer very effectively to the each and every surfaces. So these are the one application. So you can see in this crucial condition also robotics are growing. Dhruv sir, next slide. Yeah, I think Dhruv sir, you need to explain this slide.
Yes, so this is what the scope of robotics in the Indian industries, right? So basically, if you are observe about this left hand side and right hand side, some statistic value. So that's in Indian industries for the robotics in last of the year is continuously growing, right? Look at that these particular things that in 2019, 2020, 21, and the scene is continuously increasing in all the sectors. So basically, whether for the automotive sector, whether for the plastic structure, whether for the food, whether for the pharmaceuticals and all. So this Indian robotics market should be growing very, very high. At the same time, so obviously we need to validate of this statistic. So that's in we are connecting with this one with the number of internet users in the India. So that's in right now, as per that in a Cisco survey in the 2020, there's a 730 million people. 730 million people are number of internet users in the India. So just think on that how big for that in a market for the robotics as well as for the artificial intelligence. And in the bottom of the side that in the very short of time that we are launching of this kind of robots in the this in Gujarat hospitals also. So this is what one of the robots that will be a smart robot, and it is working for receptionist. It is also working for the compound. It is also working for the transforming the this in smart retailing applications, smart hospital applications, as well as it is also using for the smart bank, right? So this is the robot. It is called the cruiser robot. The second robot that is I mentioned that in earlier, that is an aimbot. It is probably used to measuring and monitoring the temperature of that. So it will be detecting of your face, and it will be that's all the data should be SLAM areas. So this in that particular circuit should be connecting with the mobile, and in the mobile that I'm getting that all the data, right? So it will be sensing for that your particular face. It will be sensing for the temperature sensors, as well as this robot is sanitize of your particular area also, right? So this is for the another area, another robot. And this is for the third that will be developed by the CSBot company, and it is working for a nurse kind of things. So right, so this robot is replacing for the nurses applications, and it will be autonomous. So say for example, like in the 12 p.m, if any of the nurses have to giving the medicines in bed number 10, so I can set all the parameters over here, and that's in it will be a 360 degree rotating kind of things, and as well as it will be a scanning of that particular area. So say for example, if I am putting the code like on a bed number 10, you have to be go on the 12 p.m and giving these medicines, right? So this robot going on that particular bed on that mentioned particular time, and then it will be giving that, right? And obviously there are so many other applications also, even that if I'm talking for the Gujarat also, in the Gujarat in Ahmedabad there is a one restaurant that is an Indian swag restaurant. Over that, that's this robot, this HUL robot is locating over there and is delivering and serving the food, right? So this is what that's in how beautiful of this robotics industries is going in the future. And believe me guys, within a 2 to 3 years that this in robot is replacing for that so many contents, and this in the applications of the robot is very, very high. And even though if you're observing this one also, right, from a statistic point of view, it will be distributing in the all the sectors, whether for the automotive sectors, whether for the plastic structure, food industries, that, right, how important for the food industries, as well as the electrical and electronics like mobiles and all kind of stuff, then the metal and the machinery, then the precision engineering and the optics, and some other kind of applications. And as well as if you observe like a pharmaceutical and the cosmetic product applications is also very, very high, right? So this is for the scope of robotics in the Indian industries. As well as if I'm talking about the last portions for the this in job point of view, so and as well as what is the this in planning for that our Indian Prime Minister. So look at that this particular area, then you are might getting the more idea how to this in generate the revenue through the this in artificial intelligence and for the robotics. So look at that this particular pie chart for 2019. So it will be distributing in the four biggest part. That's one for the machine learning, another for the natural language processing, third for the contents aware computing, and the fourth for the image processing, right? So these are that in a very fourth different area where it is particular use. So say for example, like a media and advertising, it is a one of the biggest market where this robotics product and where this artificial intelligence is using very high, right? Then the BFSI, then the IT and the telecom industries, then the retail industries, then the healthcare industries, and as well as for the automotive and the transportation industries, the robot using is a very high. So logistics sector that we cannot be ignored, where the retail and the transportation should be included for that. As well as for the healthcare area, there's right now this COVID pandemic situation that everybody's know that that's a robot using. If the robot is there, that might be possible. We can just minimizing the that's in community spreading kind of things, right? So this is for the revenue by the end user. So this is what the that's in users where this robot is particular used there. And for the left hand side, if you are observe about this one, it is a Make in India robot, that is a Mitra robot, right? And she's Ivanka. So our prime minister, there's an inaugurate of that particular robotics lab. And as well as in the bottom of the side, these two robot that, as I said earlier, it is a Sophia robot, and she's having a citizenship for the UAE, right? So this is what the scope of AI in the Indian. And right now, the there's in under the banner of Make in India and the Atmanirbhar package, that people are doing the more amount of the working for the robotics point of view. And the government of India is also supporting us to there's in building this kind of a robots and all. And now the last portion is that it's okay that this is what the scope and all kind of things, but which are the company that where I supposed to getting the job. So this is for that one of the slide where you are getting the idea that which are that in a top 5 to 6 different company which will be deal with the robotics. So number one for the Gridbot technology, then the KUKA, then the Fanuc India, then ABB, then the Yaxwa India, and the Kawasaki Robotics. So these are that in a 5 to 6 different company which will be locating in the India only, and they are working very nicely in the robotics, right? And their measure of the focusing for this company is 61% is they are focusing for the automotive, then the 9% they are focusing for the other manufacturing products, then the food products, beverages, tobacco products, that is a 10%, it is also very high. Then the plastic and the chemical product for the 6%, then in the metal industries it's a 9%, and in the electrical and the electronics that is a 5%. So this is what that in Indian job perspective for the robotics and AI. And maybe whenever you are coming in the market, probably for the 2023, otherwise 2024, at that time the scenario is totally a change, right? And that is what the development by the industries, that industries 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, and right now that industries are working in the 4.0, that is a purely the robotics and the artificial intelligence and internet of things, that is in IoT. And this is that in one of the survey that I'm taking through the freelance map, right? What is the role of AI engineer and what is the salary structures for that? So that's in the basically the role of this AI engineering, that you have to be working for the machine learning, data science, software design, that create and deploy the machine learning algorithms, and what you supposed to require for the knowledge point of view and the skill point of view. So you must have to require the knowledge for the data science and the statistics, the mathematics that you require, that the CLCD, SDLC kind of a knowledge, CS and the programming kind of a knowledge, as well as you must have to require that in 2 to 3 different language, whether it is a C, C++, Java, Python, and Arduino is also one of the part, right? And for the background point of view, no matters for it whether you have to be finished, because this all the audience which is related with the computer, so computer science, robotics engineering, physics, and some of the this in short-term courses also, there is a no matter for that whether you are engineering field, whether you are MCA field, otherwise in some other kind of a background, there are some of the short-term courses is that, like in MLA like course, right? That machine learning and artificial intelligence course. So that's a Coursera is one of the platform that where you are getting that more amount of the knowledge, right? As well as there are some of the this in full-time degree also, that right now people are doing that in BSc in artificial intelligence, MSc in artificial intelligence, MSc in robotics, B in robotics, B in mechatronics. So these are that in a various branches that people are making this particular career in robotics and AI. And for the salary point of view, if I'm talking for the salary, like I'm distributing the salary for the junior, average, and top. So it is that's 57,000. Sorry, yes, 57,000 of different kind of sectors. So it is obviously for needed for the experience point of view, but this is for the junior level of the salary. Then slowly steadily it will be increasing for the just in average salary, and the top of salary it is more than in the 1 lakh kind of things, right? So this is for the salary structures where you are supposed to getting in the futures job perspective for the robotics and AI, right? And obviously the data science, data analysis, robotics language, IoT, and some other kind of a languages which will be helpful to you apart from your study. So obviously in your part of the study there are so many contents that you are covering in your curriculum, but right now there are so many curriculum gap for the academic and the industries, right? So that you also have to be studying this kind of a stuff which is helpful to you to make your career very nicely in the robotics and the AI, right? So this is for the basic things for the robotics and AI. And yes, this is for that in a various company which is working for the robotics and AI, and few of the company that you might familiar. And look at that, you observe that it will be that distributing the various sectors. It is covering for the this in media, for the Hollywood and Bollywood kind of structures, for the WB, Warner Bros. Then it is also for the automotive industries. If I'm talking like a BMW, like a Honda, they are also working for that in India job perspective for the robotics and AI. Uber applications, that's Amazon, Google, Facebook, everybody know that. Then the Airbnb, Microsoft, NASA, that we observed that in some of the this in
मैंने बोला था ना कि ये जरूर
space and all.
फंसाएगी.
Yes, that's the Siemens and other kind of a companies. Walmart is also in the very short time that you might know that like Geo is dealing with the Facebook and all, and right now they are launching the Geo Mart, right? So it is also the upcoming revolutions in the artificial intelligence and for the robotics point of view, right? So now I just concluding of the today's session. So yes, this is what that our Facebook page, that's a Happiness Reserve Foundations, where every day that we are posting some of the things which is related with the robotics, as well as you can follow us on the Twitter also. And this is that our contact number. And the second thing that I'll be telling you that probably within a very short time that we are launching that our competition, that is a WSRO, World STEM and Robotics Olympiad, and which is related with the robotics. And few of the participants is might that's in familiar with that, like Bhavya Patidar and some other kind of people. They was that's in actively work in the last year. And Qureshi sir and the Rohit sir, that's in very very good mentoring, because that's in IPS academic in Indore. And if the robotics and in the field of MCA, they are that's in giving the so much amount of the efforts in the robotics is very nice, right? So I appreciate his mentoring approach for the students point of view. And I'm telling you, in the last year that we conducted the regional competition in your college in IPS academy, and I think so more than 100 of team participated on that competitions. More than 20 plus team participating in the that's qualified for the national round, and more than 10 team is participating to going in the international, right? So Qureshi sir, Rohit sir is this in witness of that particular this in success for the robotics. And just think on that, believe me guys, you are having a background for this in those students is belonging from that in farming area, and then they are this in showcases particular talent on the international level for that in one of the country that's in Estonia. It is a European country, right, where they can showcase his particular product, and they won that in a this in first, second, and third prize. So just think on that for the Asia level, where the Asian countries, all the more than 10 to 15 countries participated, and in the IPS academic Indore, students, right, is won the competition. So this is what that in a good revolutions for that in a robotics point of view, right? And if you are, according to my mind, if you are giving the small amount of the contributions in the robotics, you are giving you the that's it best for the nation, right? So this is for that in a robotics point of view, and we'll updating every information through your this in faculties. I also thanks to Professor Manish sir, right? He's also mentoring very nicely for the robotics and all, right? So now over to you, students. And yes, I just request to Devendra sir, please, yes,
Yeah.
find up this.
I want to show you one simple video of Mbot, so which we are talking. So what the nowadays the companies are building. So everyone able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the robot which we are talking about. This is a anti-pandemic solution by the UBTech. Okay, this is just an example how you can design, develop a particular robot for a particular selected applications. So based on this, you can see. Okay, so you can see there is a basic core feature. The first feature is it's a non-contact temperature measurement. Second, automatic disinfectant patrol. Second, a PA system. And the third is a public address system and the mask disinfection. So based on that, the few areas they are developing this particular robot. So you can see they are having a thermal cameras. So when people's entering to the particular system, so they can take at 200 peoples per minute. That is a solution. So they can scan the temperature of the 200 peoples in per minute. And also they are using the disinfection, like spraying the sprayers and many things. So this video just encourage you, so you can build any particular product totally based on your different applications. So you are studying different languages, different sensors and many things during your academics. So you need to apply these things and build something. So you can start your startups, and there are lots of opportunities are there in the robotics in AI in the future, as Dhruv sir rightly mentioned, the different companies and different futures and different portion of the robotics and AI. So believe me, guys, the future is robotics and AI. So right now, your smartphone is having the AI capabilities. Nowadays, mostly companies are giving camera AI capabilities to your smartphones to capturing the image and everything. So in future, you can see in number of products, you will see the AI and robotics applications. So the main thing, you need to do the critical thinking portion and design and particular algorithm to run your particular end effector. So end effector is your, it can be your robot, it can be your software, it can be many things. So think on that. The future is the robotics and AI. So now over to Guru sir.
Yes, so as I said, that's for the last 10 minutes that we are taking that in question answer. So whether you can unmute yourself, otherwise you just drop the message in chat box. That will be more convenient and will be giving the answer. So next 5 to 10 minutes we are taking for the question answer.
If any of the participants have any questions, please ask. You can unmute yourself. Yes, Shiv, you have a question? Shiv Kumar Singh Gautam.
Okay, so one student's having a question, how we can learn more about robotics. Yeah, so basic robotics is everywhere. So you can take the different courses from the different online platform. But before that, you need to clear your basic algorithm development techniques. So first, you need to learn a basic programming language. It can be Arduino, it can be a Python. So first you need to select the basic language you want to learn. Then you need to understand each and every sensors, how it works, each and every sensors, then each and every motors, actuators, batteries and everything. And then you need to go for the robotics. So step by step, you need to learn.
One of the student is asked me a question in privately for the competitions point of view. So yes, actually in 2020 that we are not going to conduct in, because obviously there is we are not in position to doing some of the gathering, especially for the social gathering. It is not possible. I don't think so. Government is giving the permission kind of thing. But in 2021 that we are launching that in our competition, that is a WSRO, and the name of that in World STEM and Robotics Olympiad. And what the competition structure is, just I'm giving you some name like a line following competitions, 3 kg sumo competition, robo soccer, robo war, and also that we are encouraging the entrepreneur also. So there are some of the competitions which relate with the entrepreneur competitions. And even though we are promoting some of the young students also, so there is a one competition that is a young scientist competitions. So these are there in a various competition structure and all. So we'll be updating to you through your faculty member that in upcoming competitions. And obviously we are going to conduct the competitions in the regional, and whosoever team is winning for the regional, they are getting the entry for the regional competitions, and after the winning for the regional challenge, they can participating in the international also, right? So this is what the challenge. And obviously, once we are launching that, so I'll be promising to you, first we are conducting the competition in Indore, and obviously for the IPS Academy, right? So hope so it is more clear. And if you require the more information, contact to Aftab sir and Rohit sir regarding for the competitions point.
So one question I'm seeing, what minimum and a maximum RPM battery is required? So battery doesn't have any RPM. RPM is always having, motor is having the RPMs. So it totally depends on you, how you are getting the motor, and based on the motor ratings, you need to select your batteries.
So fine, guys, it's just another thing finishing from our side. Now I request to Aftab sir that wind upping of these sessions and to discussing some of the more things which is related with the robotics and all. And I also, as behalf of Happiness Reserve Foundation, that me and my team heartily thanks to IPS Academic, Aftab sir, Rohit sir, and all that participants. Thank you very much, guys. Over to you, Aftab sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir, for sharing your valuable knowledge. I would like to thank Mr. Dhruv Patel, sir, and Mr. Devin Parmar for giving time from their busy schedule. I would also like to thank our HOD, Dr. Manish Pundik, sir, and our convener, Professor Kavita Chaudhary ma'am, for giving their valuable time for making this event a successful one. I thank all the participants for keeping their patience and listening carefully to the session. Kindly fill the feedback form. Link has been shared in the chat box and is activated till 1:30 p.m. It is mandatory for all to fill the feedback form to generate their e-certificate. Thank you all.